그렇구나.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
뭐야? 아니, 자, 뉴 컨텐츠는 대체 뭡니까? 새로운 컨텐츠.
You notice my sign? Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
뭔데? 뭘 더? 이번에 당신이 미치는 게 아니라 이번 나를 미치게 할 건가? 아, 뭔데? 다시 돌아가는 건 안 되네요.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the
야,
Stanley
스킵 버튼 나오라 그래.
and about how roundly disappointing
스킵 버튼 나오라 그래. 또 이 아저씨 또
ultra-deluxe
중얼거린다.
version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark.
뭐야?
And any new
새로운
content for it
콘텐츠는
should
그
live up to
유산에
that
충족해야
legacy.
한다고?
So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say
한
we
단계
take
더
it
뭐
one
그럼
step
슈퍼 울트라 뭐
further.
디럭스 같은 거냐? 한 단계
Which is
더
why
넘어갔으니까?
I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
오, 그래. 오호.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel.
그래, 나
An
좀 더
entirely new
흥행해가지고
experience, built
2가
from
나오길
the ground up.
기대할게요.
Why there are so many
그래,
possibilities.
사실
It could
2라고
go in so
불리면서
many different
3라고
directions.
생각하게 되는 그런
This
2를
is
바란다
what
우린.
fans have truly been asking for.
투자자 쇼케이스? 후속 채널 맛보세요.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier
그래,
than
울트라 디럭스
ultra
무슨
deluxe,
울트라
don't you
디럭스야.
think? Ultra deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement.
그래,
right there.
아티스틱.
It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
뭐 소리야 이것도. 식상함, 고물, 따끈한 신상. 빨갛고 멋진 차트 조각. 인식의 전환, 시너지, 오프라인 통해 접근, 고객 중심 우편 마케팅, 빨간색, 종지적 가치에 영향을 준. 이것도 뭔 소리야? 더 많은 스탠리 패블레, 더 좋은 스탠리 패블레, 윈윈. 뭐야? 1보다 2가 더 좋다? 아이, 그래. 아 씨발 이거. 아니 이딴 거 왜 보여주냐고.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be. But let's take a look
회계,
at some of the features I've
스크랩,
been
디자인
developing
회의,
for it.
주식, 컨셉 아트.
I figure that if I can loosely
숫자 2로
organize a
수다하기.
handful of interesting concepts,
눈은 두 개고,
that
귀도
surely
두
the
개고,
game will
콧구멍도
sort of
두 개고,
naturally
발은 두 개고,
spring
다리는
up
두 개고.
around them.
그다음에
It all
두 개인 게
work
뭐가
itself
있을까?
out.
신장?
Game development is much more of a
누가 내
fuzzy
빨간
magic
붙여?
than anything scientific or logical, really.
이 아주 콩이 생각나는구만. 아주 그냥 속편은 재밌다. 포탈이, 하프라이프 2, 배트맨 아칸 어사일럼이, 둠이, 알라딘, 다크소울. 아니 야 그 전부 다 흥행한 거 이잖아. 어이 봐. 흥행한 것만 2로 보여주니까 그런 거지. 무대는 이쪽입니다. 일단 가라는 대로 한번 가봐야지. 그래도 나름 힘을 주긴 했나봐.
Try out some of the new features.
뭐야, 게임을 플레이 이름을 말하는 버튼. 새로운 것 이름. 와 재밌다.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of
완벽한
course,
버튼의
the most
여정.
obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name.
아니 짐밖에 없다고? 고진거야?
Final game, this button will say your
그래.
name. whatever name
지금은
it is.
프로토타입이라 짐밖에 안
Let's have you
되지만
roleplay
그래.
as Jim
나중에는
to really
녹화하면
simulate
나오게
the full
만들라고.
experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath.
그래.
Clear your mind.
그 크게
forget
들이쉬고
whoever
머리를
you
비우세요.
are, and simply become a person named Jim.
아니 나 스텔리야. 얘는
I want you to
스텔리잖아.
imagine yourself- Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the
그래. 컨셉 놀이 충실하게 하라고.
Then you'll never understand the impact
그래.
of this button.
이봐 컨셉
Otherwise,
지키라고.
It's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
잘 말하고 있네.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim.
아,
You
야,
happy now?
속시원.
Get out. of here.
만족해요.
I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a
시원합니다.
different feature that I work very hard on?
시원하게 했으니 됐어요. 그래, 당신이 틀렸어. 이건 그저 짐덩어리일 뿐이라고. 뭔가 뭐지 이거? 아니 최소 못해도 짐 말고 스탠리라고 부르기라도 하지 무슨 짐이라 그래.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've
그럼
created.
스탠리 패러블이 아니라 짐 패러블이라 하지 않아? 여기 봐. 성인이 되다 씨. 뭐야? 점프가 가능한 원. 잠깐만요. 나 이거 약간 궁금하긴 하거든요. 야 이거 한번 여러분도 시간 있을 때 한번 해보십시오. 나 저거 한번 QR코드 한번 찍어보자. QR코드로 열면 뭐가 나와? 공식 웹사이트에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 스탠리 패러블 2 후속작? 하면서 뭔가 뜨긴 하네요. QR코드 찍으니까. 이거 없네. 안심을 주는 양동이.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration,
양동이가 없어요,
I've
저기요.
engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime
아빠
you're
얘 양동이가 내려오는 거야?
a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the
아니 바켓이 왜 해결 방안이야?
Give it a try.
만져보라고?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I
어쩌라고?
think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive
뭐
as
이제
a person.
뒤집어 쓰면 되는 건가?
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All
오,
this and more
그래.
await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
그래, 스탠리 패러블 2에서 기다리고 있겠대. 그래서 이거 양동이는 가져가요? 가져가면 되나 보네. 좀 들고 갈게요잉. 야 손에 뭔가 짚고 다니니까 좀 이상하긴 하다.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on get well someday.
스크린샷 금지라고 하긴 했는데 스크린샷을 눌러보고 싶었어.
Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
어? 이상하다. 내가 원하는 거랑 좀 약간 다른 건데. 오, 그래 알았어. 아니가 뭔가 여기에서 하면은
Maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
아, 이걸로 되는 거야? 뭔가 겁나 많긴 한데 야 실속이 없다. 야 그 나레이션 아저씨 그 실속 같은 게 없는데. 아니 저기요 그 저한테 이상한 거 원래 알려주실라 하지 말고.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
끝이 없는 구멍? 끝이 없는 구멍이라 해놓고서 저거 그림 같은 걸로 돼 있는 거 아니야? 느낌이 이제 막 착시 그림입니다. 짜잔 하면서 이제 막 그건 아니네? 그건 아니었네.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
뭐 2와 4분의 1 승강전처럼 막 아니 3과 4분의 1 승강전처럼 뭐 그런 거 없어? 뭐 따로 뭐가 있지는 않는 것 같네요.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem
아 잠깐만 나 이거 떨어지.
The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite.
덜 무한. 정말 무한하구만.
If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positive.
아니요, 충분하지가 않아요.
Gosh, how could I have guessed?
충분치 않아요, 난.
If this starts
날 만족시킬 수 없어. 뭐야?
Wow.
좀 짧아지고 있어. 야, 곧 있으면 야 끝까지 올라오겠다 야.
starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily
그래,
less and
확신이
less
아니라
infinite.
그냥
I suspect that I'm starting
그래.
to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Oh,
오,
there it is.
오.
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're
오.
obsessed with holes, but
반환.
at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do
편안.
whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the
작동 안 해.
teleport
진짜로
button
작동 안 해.
working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It would still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
딱 한 가지라니
I'm
뭐가
out.
관두는.
Goodbye, Stanley.
어?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
진짜로? 진짜로? 어? 내려가는데? 오, 난 구멍에서 영원히 평생 살게 되는 거야. 오, 완벽해. 새로운 먹었짠 하고 종이에다 뭐 써져 있는 2시에 회의합시다 등 뭐 그다음에 이것도 2시에 합니다네. 이게 뭐야? 하여튼 이 멋진 것들과 같이 나는 여기 있는 거라고. 이 멋진 양동이도 있고. 넌 이제부터 윌슨이다. 넌 양동이가 바켓스 같은 게 아니야. 넌 이제 윌슨이야. 오, 너무나도 멋진 연출. 야, 그리고 스탠리 이렇게 생겼구나. 너무나도 멋진 연출. 야, 이게 뭐야 이게? 뭐야, 지뢰 눌러 인식 변경? 자씨. 이게 뭔데? H를 눌러 현실 변경? 이게 뭔데? 아니 씨발 이건 또 뭐야? 야 인절미 귀엽다 야. 야 이거 귀여운 건 귀여운 거지 뭐. 자신의 변경? 야, 이 뭐야?
Stanley!
오, 왜?
Good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley.
아, 왜 나 아직 못 본 게 많아?
So darn fascinating.
못 본 게
I
많아.
want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the whole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
못 본 게 맞는데 왜
I'm
그래?
looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
또? 또 시작되는 것 같은데? 뭐야? 어?
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
다시 돌아왔어. 공짜로 새롭고 쉬운 도전 가져올기. 지금 당장 달성해서 레버를 당기시고 새로운 도전 받으세요. 그냥 바로 달성돼요.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever and when you... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
아, 뭐 안 되네. 뭐가? 그러면은 이것도 뭐 별거 없은
What
것 같고.
else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet? Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You
뭔가 점점
simply
가고
collect
있긴
all
하네.
of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
뭔데? 아니 씨발 이게 뭔데? 뭐야? 아, 더 이상 못 가네.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
구멍 쪽으로 가면은 혹시 또 뭐 더 있을려나? 구멍 쪽은 막혔을려나 이제? 아, 막혔네. 막아놨네. 아니 너무하구만. 좀 구멍 좀 들어가서 좀 백년만년 막 행복하게 지낼 수도 있지. 내가 따로.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time you saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
아, 그렇구나. 그냥 예쁘장한 데코가 된 거구나. 뭐야? 이건 뭐 되지도 않는 건데. 새로운 요소. 막혀 있는 거 아니야?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
둘러볼 건 다 둘러본 것 같은데? 여기 이제 더 이상 둘러볼 게 있나? 이제 남은 게 출구밖에 없어. 오, 우리 나레이터 씨도 슬슬 조용해지는 거 보아하니 진짜로 끝난 것 같기도 해. 왜냐면 슬슬 그 안 하는 거 있으면 꼽주긴 하거든요. 근데 이제 말하는 거 없는 거
Have
봐.
you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
그래 뭐 다음으로 넘어가야지. 할 게 없는데.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul.
잘 될 거라고?
It's going to work.
아, 모르겠어.
There's
망할 것
definitely
같기도 해.
a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange
뭐야?
these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
어? 어?
Well, I mean,
어
there's
그래
potential here,
있는
right?
거 없는 거 다
It's
섞어놓긴
sort of-
했네. 그래
okay.
이를 강조했으면 구멍이
Hold
있고
on.
두
Let
개의
me do
문이
a
있으면 저
different
양동이도
arrangement.
있으며 저
Okay,
새로운
yes,
도전 과제도
yes,
있고
this is much better. I
있을 거 다
feel
있네.
good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
버전 2야? 오.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
오, 점프가 가능한 원인데 구멍이 있으며 새로운 도전 과제가 있고 투와 에필로그는 겁나 어중쩡하게 쫙 막혀 있고 저 수집 요소도
I
있고
wanted more
아주
than
그냥
anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original.
한번 꽁트 더 쳐봐.
Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
야 이거잖아 그냥.
With respect.
우리
With
지금 하고
care
있는
for the
울트라
vision
디렉션이잖아
and
그냥.
integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.